Hi all, a very warm welcome to Anil Nair classes. I'm Sheetal, your English faculty. We have discussed about the different concepts related to nouns and how exactly along with the nouns we have also discussed about certain other concepts like number one we discussed about subject verb agreement, right? We discussed about singular and the plural forms of nouns. We have also discussed the definitions of adjectives and adverbs, right? So at least this much, and we have also discussed about apostrophe because that's also the part of our possessive case of our nouns, right? So keeping these concepts in our mind, at least we will try to solve the questions which are related to spotting the error. Now always remember, in spotting the error type of the questions, what will happen is you'll have a question which will be divided into four parts, like you'll have A, and then some part will be written, the second part will be B, then C, and then D will be no error. One thing is, since it is the error spotting questions, most of the time what happens is students will keep looking for the error only. Even if they are not able to name any grammatical error, they'll still be looking for the error. They'll hesitate to select no error. Remember, no error also could be the right answer. 1/4 of the times no error is the right answer in most of the competitive exams. So 1/4 could be the error. There's no error, there's no error, right? So don't hesitate to select no error in case if you're not able to figure out any grammatical error in the first three answer choices. Now, always look for each and every answer choice, right? And then move ahead to the decision, right? So you have a look at the first, see if it is grammatically correct or not. In case if you observe that the first answer choice A is grammatically correct, all the grammar rules should be there in your head when you're looking into the error spotting errors, right? So if it is grammatically correct, eliminate it. We don't want a grammatically correct answer. Our answer will be the answer which has got some error in it. So we'll get rid of it. Suppose you find B has got some error. So you circle and select B as your answer. Plus cross check C if this also has some grammatical error and also you'll find most of the time it will be correct. So this you will be pretty sure that B is the right answer, provided you are able to name the error. Learn to name the error. Each time you name a error while practicing a error spotting question, that time you're revising your question. I don't say that you have to name a error in your exam also, but this will help you to retain these rules in your memory for a longer duration and look for all the errors. It's not just that because you're dealing with the nouns, spotting the errors in terms of nouns, you look for only nouns. No, it could be anything, right? So one thing is, whatever you have done based on that knowledge, at least look for the errors. First, if the verb is there, look for the subject verb agreement. If noun is there, look for the singular plural form of the noun. If adjective is there, look for what it is modifying. If it is adverb, whether it is used properly or not, whether it's really modifying a verb, adjective and another adverb or not. Because sometimes no, they'll create an error in terms of adjective adverb also. If they have to use adjective, they'll use an adverb. Where an adverb is needed, they'll put an adjective. Or where a noun is supposed to be used, they'll put either an adjective form of it or an adverb form of it. That's again a wrong thing, right? They'll put a wrong form of apostrophe. Where it is not needed, they'll put. So check for everything which you have learnt in your first lesson, previous slides, whatever the previous class we have discussed. Fine, let's move ahead. Yeah, great. Now, read the directions very carefully. Directions in these questions, read each sentence to find out whether there is any error, if any, will be in one part of the sentence. That means this one sentence is divided into four parts. If at all any error is there, it will be only in one part. So that means if your concepts are clear and if you are able to clearly name a error, then you can straight away select that answer and move ahead to the right answer. That you will be able to do only if you are sure about your concepts and you are able to name the errors. Clear? Then what it says, the number of that part is the answer. If there is no error, answer is D. So don't hesitate to select D because the question itself says that it could be no error also. And ignore the errors of punctuations. They are just testing you on your grammar, not on punctuation. Right? Parts of speech. Subject-verb agreement. Keep those rules in your mind and then solve these questions. Clear? We'll move ahead and solve this question. Yeah. Let's start with, we'll look at each and every answer choice, right? So, as he was found guilty of, I taught you, was is a verb. Who was found guilty? He is the subject. Subject-verb agreement is there. So, this is perfectly fine. I'll get rid of this answer choice. He was found guilty of possessing explosive. The court sentenced him to. He was found guilty of. Of is a preposition. I told you after of also, if you ask the question who or what, you should get noun. So he was found guilty of what? Of possessing explosive. This is an error over here. Now why? Because I very well know explosive is the adjective. Right? I can say this is an explosive material, right? Or an explosive situation. So what kind of a situation? Explosive. What kind of a material? Explosive material. So here this word explosive is a adjective, whereas when we say explosives, explosives is a noun. So we don't need an adjective form over here. We need a noun form over here. That is why there is an error. Now 5-year rigorous imprisonment. Let's revise the rule. Number, unit, noun. This unit is in the singular form. So that's also perfectly fine. So we can get rid of C and D. Our answer is B. I'll write B. Clear? Fine. Let's move ahead to the next question. Directions remain same. We'll just focus on our grammar error. The beautiful. That's fine. The is an article. We can put before the adjective. But now here after this, because this is adjective, I need a noun. The beautiful surrounding of the place. Now surrounding is what? Surrounding is the adjective. Remember, we discussed that there are certain nouns which have different meanings in singular form, whereas in the plural form they have the different meaning. So surrounding in the singular form is an adjective, whereas when I say surroundings, this is noun. Surroundings is the area where you live. Surrounding is the view, whatever the things which are present around you, right? So this is adjective. Surrounding is adjective. Surroundings is a noun. The beautiful. Beautiful is adjective. Immediately after the adjective, I need a noun. So here this is not noun. This is adjective. Because it is not noun and it is adjective, this B is a error over here. I can get rid of A, C and D easily. Check for each and every answer choice. Clear? My answer is B. Let's move ahead to the next slide. Now, directions as usual remain same. Beijing is quite clean now. So, is a verb. What is quite clean now? Beijing. Beijing is the subject. Subject-verb agreement is clear over here. And you cannot find litter. You cannot find what? Litter. So, find is a verb over here. Who cannot find? You cannot find. So, you is a subject over here. Now, you cannot find what? You cannot find litter. Litter is a verb. After verb, by another verb. I need a object form, right? I need the object form of the word litter. That means the noun form. I need a noun over here. Litter is a verb, right? They'll say don't litter around. That means don't throw the things here and there, right? Don't make the place dirty. Litters is a noun. Litters, the word, if you put S, then it becomes the noun, right? So when you say litter, that is the act of throwing things here and there. You must have seen, no? You must have heard from your moms. Don't litter around the house. Don't keep throwing things here and there, right? But litters are the things which are thrown, right? Litters refers to things which are thrown, right? The names of the things, which is that the things which that are thrown around, right? Whereas the word litter means the act of throwing or to throw things here and there. This is the verb, this is the noun. After the verb, I need the object. I don't need another verb. There's no verb. Find litter is what? Right? We don't need this. So that's the error. B is a error. I mark B as the right answer. A, C and D I can get rid of. Let's move ahead to the next slide. Great. As one of the leader management institutes. So fine. As is a conjunction. Of is a preposition. So I ask of what? Of institutes. I get the noun. What kind of institutes? Or what type of institutes? Management is telling something more about institutes. I need a, this is adjective. What kind of management issues? Is it a leader management issues? No. Leader is a noun form, right? I need a adjective over here. The correct, this leader is wrong because it is noun. I need a leading management institutes. We never say leader institutes. It will all be leading institutes, right? The meaning changes over here when we use it in the form of a noun as well as or a adjective. I need the adjective form of lead over here, that is leading, right? I need a adjective. This is a participle functioning as adjective. I don't need the basic noun format of the word leader, right? So this is why A is the error over here. I can get rid of B, C and D. However, still let's check. In India, it has the highest number of students. Has is the subject. It is has is the verb. It is the subject. Clear. The highest number of students. Fine. Placed in the international banks. Fine. Absolutely fine. Let's move ahead to the next question. Now, next one. As no porter was available. So we'll check this. Was available is our verb. My subject verb agreement. What was available? Porter. Porter is a singular subject. So subject verb agreement is there. Singular subject, singular verb, as is a conjunction. Fine. As no porter was available, I carried subject verb agreement. Fine. All my luggages. Here the singular plural form of the noun has come. We have learnt that any word which ends with the suffix age will always be used in the singular form. Luggage, baggage, right? Language. These are always singular forms. So it is ending with age suffix. So it has to be singular. We can't add s after it. So it is wrong. So our correct answer is C. We can get rid of A, B and D. The answer is C. Correct? Remember that rule we have done, that suffixes, the words ending with age will always be singular. Luggage, baggage, right? Language. Next question. I went to the temple. I went to the temple. That's fine. After to what? To temple. This is noun. This is verb. This is subject. Everything is fine. Get rid of it. With my parents. With my parents, aunts. So with whom? With my parents, aunts and cousin sisters. This is fine. Again, colloquial language. There's no need to write sisters over here. We have done that, right? We say cousin sisters. We don't say cousin sisters, cousin brothers. It will be just simple cousin. Always in colloquial language, when you're talking, that is fine, right? But not in competitive exam. Now, change your way of speaking also. Just use cousin when you're talking, right? Clear. So C is the right answer. We can get rid of D also. My answer is C. Next. My sister. My is a possessive pronoun. Sister is a noun. Absolutely fine. Has read. So who has read? My sister has read. Subject. This is verb. This is subject. Subject verb agreement is fine. I can get rid of B also. Pages after pages of Ramayana. Yeah. Now this is pages is noun. After is my preposition. And then again pages is my noun. So what we have learned, when two nouns are joined with preposition, these nouns will always be in the form of singular. You'll have the singular noun, preposition, then again a Singular noun. So that is pages after pages is a error. It should be what? Page after page. Or remember, day after day. Right? Prepositions are day to day activity, day to day routine. We'll never say days to days, day to day routine, day to day, day after day. Pages are page after page. Pages after page is wrong because simple. We have discussed this in our room. Remember? Now I'll repeat that noun rule once again. When two nouns are joined with the preposition, right? If you have a structure like this, noun, preposition, noun, both the nouns should be in the singular form. Learn it like equation. Singular noun, preposition, singular noun. Clear? Let's move ahead. Our answer is B. Let me write B, right? Fine. Move ahead to the next question. Yes, we'll solve 8th question. He, pronoun, that's fine. He takes pain over his work. Now who takes? He takes. Subject verb agreement is here. Fine, but he takes what? Pain. Pain is what? Pain is like actually the ache, right? Is he taking ache over his work? That means to get his work done, he's getting his hands, legs, entire body getting pain. That is, it's hurting, right? It's aching, it's hurting. Something is hurting, we'll say pain, right? But the other meaning of the pain, when you make it a plural form, pains means efforts. We have discussed this also in our nouns when we are learning the concepts. We change the noun in the singular and the plural form. The meaning changes. That's why we use them as whatever the context is there. If the context talks about having aches, body pain, that time we'll talk about the singular form pain. But when we are talking about efforts, he takes a lot of efforts over his work, right? He put in a lot of hard work. So when we are talking about hard work or a effort, we'll use pains. We cannot say pain over here. Remember, please. So our answer will be B. We can get rid of C and D. This is C. So my answer is B. I hope the concept is clear. Please learn that list of the words which has been shared with you, that how meaning changes when the noun is used in the singular as well as the plural forms. Clear? Fine. If you are finding it difficult, go back to that list, revise that list. As I've told you, keep revising. That's the only way how these words will stay in your memory for a longer duration, at least till you take your test. But it should actually remain in your memory forever. Right? Next, the manager put forward. So forward is our verb. Who put forward? Manager. Manager is the subject over here. Fine, so that's fine. Perfectly fine. A number of criterions. A number of criterions. When you say criterions, is it fine? Tell me. A number. A number of what? Of a number ke baad mein always we need a the number is always singular. To learn it like this, a number is always plural. So when we know that a number is plural, can you put criterions over here? Criterions is singular. And we have the another form of it, criteria. Criteria is plural. When a number is plural, how can you use a criterion over here? Here itself is a mistake. It's a blunder over here, right? So a number of criteria. We cannot say the singular criterions. Understood why criterions is wrong? Because there is a number. A number is plural. So we need a plural form of a noun over here. We don't need the singular form because this noun is referring to the plural noun. So noun consistency has to be there. Consistency is very important in the grammar, right? Always remember, noun must be consistent with the other noun which it is referring. A pronoun must be consistent with the noun. Subject must be consistent with the verb. If you just remember the word consistency, this will be easy for you. So B is an error, and then we can get rid of C and D. Let's move ahead to the next answer question. Now, we are going to launch. So, are going to launch is the entire thing, our verb phrase. Who are going to launch? We. We is the subject, plural verb, are is there. So, perfectly fine. This 3 crores project. This 3 crores project. So, what is 3? 3 is number. Crores is unit. Right? And then you have a noun. Now, what we have learned, when we have a number, unit, and then noun or adjective, and if that noun is not able to stand on its own to convey its complete meaning. If I just say crore, right, we cannot understand. We need something else, some more information before it or after it to understand the meaning. It needs the help of, it's not independent. So we cannot add E or ES or S to make the plural, right? So this crores is wrong. It has to be crore. Moreover, it's a hyphenated nouns. So hyphenated nouns, the unit will always be singular. This is the rule which has been taught to you. Memorize each question. If you know a rule and you can name an error, then you are sure that your answer is correct. 100% sure. Circle it. Eliminate the remaining answer choices. Mark that as the answer. Clear? So again revise. Let's revise the rule. If you have a number, unit, noun or adjective, if that noun can independently explain its meaning, right, then we can add S. Then we can add S or ES. But if it cannot stand on its own, then we cannot put S or ES to make a plural form. One more, the hyphenated nouns are never plural, right? That means the hyphenated unit will never be plural form. Clear? Let's move to the next question. 11th question. The sceneries along the east coast. The very first one itself has an issue over here. Sceneries. Remember, we have discussed that sceneries, there is no, it's like abstract noun. An abstract noun, no plural form. They are only present in the singular form, right? There is no word called sceneries. There is only scenery. So this is only the error. I can name an error. I'll select A as the right answer. B, C and D are perfectly fine, because the question itself says there will be only one error, and if you can name an error so confidently, you can always move ahead to the next question. Always remember, in exam you don't have the whole day to sit with one question only. You name an error, you identify error, quickly move ahead to the next question. But you should be confident, and that confidence will come when you have a strong hold over your rules. Right? Grammar is very beautiful, like just remember and start observing in your day-to-day life also. I use a rule day-to-day. Singular, preposition, singular. Yeah, next one. I like. I like, who like? I like. Fine, perfectly. The poetries. Yes, there is error. There is no word called poetries. Now, the poetries is what? I like the poetries. What do you mean by poetries? There is a word called poetry. And another one is poetries. Now here our singular plural form meanings will be changing. Right? There is nothing called poetries. Poetry doesn't have a plural form. You have poem and poetries. Poem, if I say, poem is what? These are the versified lines. What you are writing. Somebody write those versified lines. Right? Then those lines are called as the poems. But poetry is a style of writing. Right? Style of writing is called as poetry, whereas poem is called as the versified lines. But there's nothing called poetries. Poetry is like abstract noun, not present in the plural form, right? So I know the name, rule, I know the reasons, so I'll circle B. I can get rid of C and D. Our answer is B. Great. Let's move ahead to the next question. The table's leg. The table is what? It's inanimate object, non-living things. While discussing about the apostrophes, we have discussed that we can put apostrophe plus s to show the possessive things of the living things. Like I can say Rita's home, right? Rita is a living thing, but table is a non-living. So when we talk about the non-living things, we don't put the apostrophe plus s. The correct expression will be legs of the table. Right? Or books, if they say books cover, this is wrong. Book is inanimate, non-living. So the correct expression will be cover of the book. Clear? So with non-living things, no apostrophe plus s. This is the error in the first answer choice. Have been, that's fine. That means when you are able to name a error, we can get rid of B, C and D. Let's move ahead to the next question. The sceneries of Kashmir. The sceneries, just in the previous question we have discussed, sceneries is always present only in the singular form. There is nothing, no plural form of the sceneries, right? So A is the error. Our answer is A. We can get rid of B, C and D.
You can learn any subject, anywhere, any place and on the go. Come, let us go the other way in learning. Download our revolutionary app for free. ANC.